15 psychological facts that will blow your mind. All right, folks, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the wild world of psychology. Here on Man of Thoughts, we like to explore the dark corners of the human experience, and trust me, this one's a doozy. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. You're not going crazy. Have you ever bought a new car, let's say a bright red Toyota Tacoma, and suddenly you start seeing Tacomas everywhere? It's like they are following you, popping up at every corner, every intersection. That's the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon in action. It's a cognitive bias where after noticing something for the first time, there is a tendency to notice it more often. It's not that there are suddenly more Tacomas on the road, the number hasn't changed. It's that your brain is selectively paying attention to them now. This is due to the reticular activating system, a part of your brain that filters information. It's like when you learn a new word, a word you've never heard before, and then you hear it everywhere. Suddenly, it seems like everyone is using it. No, it's just your brain tuning in. It's fascinating how our minds work, filtering out the noise and focusing on what seems relevant to us at the moment. The halo effect. Beauty is only skin deep, or is it? We all like to think we're not superficial, but the halo effect suggests otherwise. This sneaky little bias makes us attribute positive qualities to people we find physically attractive. It's not always fair, but hey, that's the halo effect for you. Cognitive dissonance, the mental tug-of-war. Cognitive dissonance is that uncomfortable feeling you get when you hold two conflicting beliefs or attitudes at the same time. Like, we all know smoking is bad for you, right? It's common knowledge that it can lead to serious health issues, but then you've got smokers who are like, yeah, but it relaxes me, or I only smoke a few a day. They might say it helps them cope with stress or that they enjoy the social aspect of it. They're trying to rationalize their behavior to reduce that mental discomfort. This rationalization is a way to bridge the gap between their conflicting thoughts and actions, making it easier to live with the inconsistency. Chapter 4, the bystander effect. The dangers of diffusion of responsibility. The bystander effect is a scary one. It basically says that the more people present in an emergency situation, the less likely anyone is to help. It's like everyone assumes someone else will step up so they don't have to. Chapter 5, the placebo effect. The power of belief. The placebo effect is wild, man. You give someone a sugar pill and tell them it's a powerful painkiller, and guess what? They report feeling less pain. Chapter 6. The Dunning-Kruger effect. We don't know what we don't know. The Dunning-Kruger effect states that people who are incompetent at something often overestimate their abilities. The irony is that the more competent people become, the more aware they are of their limitations. Chapter 7. The Pygmalion effect, high expectations, high performance. The Pygmalion effect, also known as the Rosenthal effect, is the idea that higher expectations lead to an increase in performance. It's like when a teacher believes in a student's potential, that student is more likely to succeed. Our beliefs about others can actually shape their reality. Chapter 8. The Spotlight effect. We're not as interesting as we think we are. Ever feel like everyone's watching you, judging your every move? That's the spotlight effect in action. We tend to overestimate how much attention people are paying to us. We're all caught up in our own little worlds, man. Chapter 9. The anchoring effect. The power of first impressions. The anchoring effect is a powerful cognitive bias that makes us rely too heavily on the first piece of information we hear, even if it's completely irrelevant. It's like our brains get stuck on that initial piece of information, and it's hard to shake it off. Chapter 10. The Zeigarnik effect. Why unfinished business haunts us. Ever get that nagging feeling when you leave a task unfinished? That's the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains just hate loose ends. It's why cliffhangers are so effective, man. Chapter 11. The paradox of choice, more options, more problems. We live in a world of endless choices, but here's the paradox. Too many options can actually lead to decision paralysis. Think about trying to choose a movie on Netflix. It's like our brains get overwhelmed by too many options and we end up feeling less satisfied with our choices. Chapter 12. The Barnum Effect. We're all suckers for a good story. The Barnum Effect explains why we fall for those vague personality descriptions that seem to apply to everyone. We're wired to find meaning in patterns, even if they're not really there. It's like, oh, it says I'm a sensitive and intuitive person. That's so me. Chapter 13. The Illusory Truth Effect. Repeat a lie often enough. The illusory truth effect is a scary one, man. It basically says that if you repeat a lie often enough, people will start to believe it. It's a dangerous phenomenon, especially in the age of social media, where misinformation can spread like wildfire. Chapter 14. The Sunk Cost Fallacy. Throwing good money after bad. The sunk cost fallacy is all about our reluctance to cut our losses. You're an hour into a terrible movie, but you've already paid for the ticket, so you keep watching, hoping it'll get better. It's irrational, but hey, we're emotional creatures. Chapter 15. The Pratfall Effect. Sometimes it's good to be a little clumsy. The pratfall effect suggests that a person's attractiveness can actually increase after they make a blunder, but only if they're perceived as competent to begin with. It's like, oh, they're human after all. Outro. Stay curious, my friends. Curiosity is the spark that ignites the flame of knowledge. It drives us to explore, to question, and to seek out the unknown. It is the foundation of all learning and discovery. So there you have it, folks. 15 psychological facts that will make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself and the world around you. These insights challenge our perceptions and encourage us to look deeper into the complexities of the human mind. If you're as fascinated by the human mind as I am, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future deep dives here on Man of Thoughts. We delve into the mysteries of psychology, unraveling the threads that make up our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Until next time, stay curious, my friends. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop seeking the truth. Curiosity is the key to unlocking the wonders of the world and understanding the depths of our own minds.